In the sea off the coast of Manzanillo, Mexico last week, a group of Greenpeace activists from New Zealand and Mexico protested in a kayak holding banners that read, "Stop deep sea mining." They were confronting a deep sea mining ship as it returned to port from the Pacific.
My name is James Heater from Greenpeace, and I have a message for you and for the Metals Company. We are here as guests in these waters to deliver this message to your company, a Canadian company which is set to cause huge and irreversible harm to the global oceans if you continue to pursue deep sea mining. While my people, my whānau, my family are back in Aotearoa fighting the daily and persistent impacts of colonisation, I am here today off the coast of Manzanillo, Mexico to deliver this message because deep sea mining threatens the health of the ocean and all of us who rely on it.
Greenpeace Aotearoa campaigner James Heater no Ngāti Whātua is with us now. Tēnā koe, James, thank you for joining us.
Tēnā koe, Neil. Thank you for having me.
So what was this experience like for you and how peaceful was the protest?
Peaceful is what we do, so it was essential that we presented ourselves in a peaceful manner, but the experience itself was really surreal. The Metals Company shows off all of these sleek images of futuristic ships and whatnot, and seeing the big mining ship there with plumes of smoke coming out the top, it was really surreal to see that reality firsthand.
And why was this particular ship targeted?
Well, this is one of the first of its kind. The Metals Company are furthest along in the journey, and they're propagating this narrative that the need for deep sea mining is there when really it's just a justification to their destruction.
Now, you delivered a message to the captain of the deep sea mining ship Hidden Gem via radio. What did you say, and what was the message that you wanted to convey to them?
I think the message was one of warning, one of protest, and one that highlights the solidarity and opposition from around the world, but really emanating from Te Moana Nui Ākiwa. And I think the line that I ended with was the most important to me. We're persistent, we're courageous, and waiho papa moana, leave our seabed alone.
And what reaction did you get back from the mining ship?
It was a very polite reaction. For them, I think it was a case of safety that they wanted to maintain, and we go through a big risk assessment process to go out there and do these kind of activities. So they said to give us a wide berth, and we gave them a wide berth.
Okay. So why did you get involved in this kaupapa, James, particularly so far away from Aotearoa, off the coast of Mexico?
Yeah, well, it's something that, is in Te Moana Nui Ākiwa. It's something that will affect our people, maybe not right at this moment, but down the line. Deep sea mining threatens the future of the ocean, therefore threatens the future of the planet, and risks putting the climate crisis in far worse of a position than it already is. So it's something that we as Indigenous people across the Pacific have been standing up for behind the scenes, and in lobbying, but now we are taking that to the waters.
Is this something that you've always felt passionate about and something that you've had to prepare to do for quite a long time?
I've been in this particular role for around 2 years now, but why is our life force? It's our Māori. It binds us, it connects us together, and we have a deep spiritual connection to the ocean as a people. So it's really important that we stand up for what we believe in, and this kaupapa, keeping Te Moana Nui Ākiwa safe from extractive industries, is key for me in my life.
James, how much of an impact do you feel you made and you're making by protesting in this way?
I think a huge impact. This was one of the first experiences we've had confronting the deep sea mining ship, deep sea mining industry. And we saw that in their stock prices. They're financially vulnerable already. So showing investors that this is a risky, dangerous industry that they shouldn't invest in is key. But also drawing attention to the international opposition that we're getting. Aotearoa recently announced its support for a moratorium as well, which is huge. It's massive. And Nanaia Mahuta took a bold and ambitious move to do so, which we thank her for. But we need other governments around the world to recognise that and join the likes of Palau, Samoa and Fiji, Micronesia and ourselves in making that call.
And of course there's a lot of talk about this, and it has been for a lot of years, off the coast of Taranaki. So talk to us about the threat this industry poses to the health of the ocean, the lives and livelihood of Pacific coastal people, especially those communities who live on the front line.
We stood behind and backed up the likes of Ngāti Roanui and Debi Ngārewa Paka in fighting this industry through fighting Trans-Tasman Resources in the High Court, the Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court. And the biggest decision, because it's a very technical issue, but the biggest decision I found rung home was that deep sea mining or seabed mining would cause material harm to the ocean, and harm that can't be mitigated. You can't just plant a tree, you can't go and fix those mistakes. So stopping it before it begins is key to protecting the oceans.
And so what are your observations on how Indigenous communities in the Pacific are opposing the deep sea mining industry?
Yeah, well, realistically, Greenpeace is a late player to this game, and that was on purpose. We work alongside civil society. We work alongside groups like the Tongan Civil Society Forum, Te Pukaria Society in the Cook Islands, the Alliance of Solwara Warriors in Papua New Guinea. And they're leading the calls, and we're using our global presence to support that movement. So it's not one that we're leading, but one that we're supporting and that we stand in solidarity with them.
And I suspect you don't consider that you're brave. I feel that you just believe it's the right thing to do. So well done. James Hita from Greenpeace Aotearoa, thank you so much for joining us today.
Ngā mihi, Neil.